Our brand new SmackDown Women's Champion is here to address the WWE Universe after her shocking return and victory at Elimination Chamber.
So, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been medically cleared! Surprise! You know, I thought I had closed the books on my WWE career. But being around here lately reignited a light I thought had gone out. As I got involved, coming back into WWE, first with my podcast, and then as a manager, I started to wonder. Edge, Lita got second acts. Why not Justine? The more I gave, the more I realized, you need me. You need me because you deserve to see me finally reap the rewards of the path I trailblazed. To fulfill the promises that I wasn't able to keep when my career got cut short.
What the hell?
I was wondering when you would show up. Figured you would, given how much you like to ride my coattails.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me you were cleared? And why haven't you called me back?
Would you have paid attention if I had? After the way you laughed at me when I suggested we team up for the Money in the Bank tag team match? After you never thought to ask me how I was doing whenever I mentioned my doctor's appointments? I'm beginning to think I should have set up those lighting rigs to fall over on you instead.
You didn't.
Why wouldn't I? Because I'm an old, washed-up, past-her-prime legend? Girlie, you best not insult me, because I taught you everything you know. LJ. Too bad you don't have the goods to back it up. I was proud when you decided to wear your own gear for your debut and make your own mark. But it was probably then that I started to realize you don't have what it takes to push our family name forward in this business. That I'd have to do that myself.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, LJ? You followed me around like a shadow your entire life, and you don't understand. When you hesitated in using the chair in your main event match with Ava, what? Were you afraid the chair would bite you? You've always lacked an edge. I would never have made that mistake, because I've always known exactly what I want, what I needed to do, in a world that was 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal for me. I tried to push you, but you wouldn't even take advice from me, a WWE legend. Decided to stay loyal and help your leech of a friend Ava instead. You know the difference between you and me, LJ? I've never been content walking in someone else's path. And I never had the luxury. I've always had to make my own.
My head is spinning here. Justine's not only back, but she's put a target on her niece?
Justine's certainly drawn a line in the sand here tonight.
How do you even respond to a betrayal like that? From a member of your own family?
I think we're about to find out, and I have a feeling that whatever she has to say, it could have some big ramifications for the WWE Universe.
You know what I find curious, Auntie? That for someone who's so adamant about creating her own path, you're pretty consistent in bringing up the past and what you've already done. Boo-hoo, I'm Justine. It was so hard for me. I don't doubt it. But I also don't see any other WWE legends standing in the ring right now telling a sob story about unfinished business. Maybe that's because they accomplished what they set out to do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you failed because you were so mistreated, put upon, and unlucky with an injury, or if you failed because you just don't have what it takes.
You shut your mouth.
Nah, I'm done. Let's listening to what you have to say. And I'm done asking for your advice. The only thing I'm asking for, the only thing I'm demanding is to set the record straight. You think you're so powerful that the only thing that stopped you back in your day were forces beyond your control? Some sort of big bad that had it out for you? Then I'm going to tear apart your past and prove that it wasn't them, whoever you think of them is. It was you, Justine. Weak, powerless, a lot of talk and no action. And then I'm going to tear you apart. And at WrestleMania, take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Did we just see a WrestleMania match being made?
I think we did, Saxton, and I got to admit, it's not a matchup I thought we'd ever get on the grandest stage of them all, and I also don't think we've ever seen a statement that powerful from this superstar.
I've got to agree, Corey, and if Justine's going to have her past torn apart in any way, well, let's just say there's a lot to unravel there.
Molly tells me that you're trying to add fuel to the fire of your fight with your aunt. I don't know if I can help, but I can give you a tip. Justine always hated my cowboy hat.
So I should wear a cowboy hat?
No. Let me say more words. She hated my cowboy hat because it reminded her of Trish Stratus. Your aunt always resented Trish for being the face of the company. Trish always got more buzz, more press. Even now, Trish's face is on the side of the production truck, not Justine's.
Wasn't Trish also a 7-time women's champion?
She sure was. One more than Justine's 6 championship wins. Which your aunt especially resented because before Trish came to WWE, she was a model, so Trish had to learn the business from the ground up. Justine always thought Trish got special treatment compared to someone like her, who worked in other promotions for WWE. What do you think? Is there something you can use there?
Sure is. And if how much Trish is celebrated bothers Justine, we probably should just celebrate her more. I'm here on NXT tonight with a big announcement. I'm proud to share that the Superstars of Tomorrow will be honoring the legacy of the greatest WWE women's legend of all time. I'm announcing the first ever Trish Stratus Battle Royal. Well, the main event is next week. We're kicking things off tonight as I personally honor Trish by wearing this out to the ring for a special match on NXT 2.0, the old WWE Women's Championship. This is the same championship that Trish won 7 times over the course of her remarkable career. Even my Aunt Justine didn't hold it 7 times. It is going to give me such stratisfaction to wear this tonight, in homage to the greatest WWE legend and women's champion ever, Trish Stratus.
Oh, no! Canadian Destroyer! Into the pin attempt. 2 count. And that's all she wrote.
Oh, could this be it? You gotta be kidding me. What a 6-man match.
Canadian Destroyer. Cover.
2. And this one is over.
I thought what you said in the ring was exactly on the money, and I'm happy to help you take Justine down by, how did you put it?
Tear apart her past?
That's it. I think Justine's plan is to steer clear of you before the Wrestlemania match, which is official, by the way. But if you want to get the upper hand, you might not have to take the fight directly to Justine anyway. Taking some steps to remind Justine about her biggest regrets will go a long way. I have a few ideas, and I've already made some calls to get a couple of other WWE legends to help too.
I gotta ask, are you just helping me so that you can get back at my aunt?
Oh, there's definitely an element of revenge to it. Do you know what it's like for people to think I'm the villain of my story? But I also meant what I said to you on day 1 at Survivor Series. I'm here to help you. Justine's so stuck in the past and her grievances that she's forgotten her obligation to help the next generation, even her own niece.
Ain't that the truth?
Are you ready to get started? I do have one idea that involves a certain red-haired, moonsaulting WWE legend. But with the amount of grievances your aunt has against this company, there's definitely more than one way to approach this.
You talking about Lita?
Who else could it be with that description?
Let's start with her then. What are you thinking?
One thing your aunt could never shut up about was that Lita got the first women's cage match in WWE, not her. A steel cage match with Lita would certainly rub that in her face.
Lita's just going to agree to that?
No, but if you lure her to Raw by making her think she's getting another Raw Women's Championship opportunity, confront her backstage, and I bet you can get her in a match. After her near miss with Becky Lynch last year, she's still got an itch.
Done. I'll do it.
WWE legend and Hall of Famer Lita has graced us with her presence here tonight.
From behind. What is she doing here attacking Lita?
No clue, but it looks like she wants a fight.
No official needed here, as it looks like they've settled it themselves.
You know, provoking WWE legends is usually a bit frowned upon by management.
I needed to get Lita's attention. Besides, another WWE legend provoked me first.
As management, I'm supposed to say that's no excuse. Consider this a warning.
And as Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid who's not WWE management?
You certainly know how to entertain, and knowing Justine, I'm sure it's getting under her skin.
If you need any advice when it comes to steel cage matches, I'm happy to help. It's one thing to take on a legend, but I've taken on a McMahon in a steel cage. Naturally, it was a memorable instant classic of a match.
Wait, didn't you lose that match?
Win, lose, who really remembers? Just don't let your opponent weasel out of their clothes to escape. That would be an embarrassing way to lose. You know, hypothetically.
Right. I think I'm good on advice.
Suit yourself.
I hope you won't make a habit of being here on Raw.
Nice to see you too, Charlotte.
And don't try pulling what you pulled on Lita on me. First of all, you wouldn't succeed. I'd wipe the floor with you. But I'd rather not expend the minimal amount of time and effort it would take to do so.
Right. We can agree to disagree. But don't worry, I don't have time for you either. I'm focused on other opponents right now. You know, ones that actually pose a challenge.
Open it up, official.
The official heeding her instructions immediately.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Based on how much Justine's been mouthing off on her podcast lately, seems like what you're doing is working. Not that I had any doubt.
And with WrestleMania right around the corner.
What are you thinking?
I think it's time I stop avoiding Justine. The two of us need a face-to-face, and I know exactly where to do it.
Of course, it's obvious to anyone with a brain that my niece's efforts to undermine me, to undermine my legacy, are really the attempts of a weak, scared little girl.
I just want to talk.
Seems that we have an unexpected guest today. You may know her from her recent humbling loss to me at Elimination Chamber. My niece, or as she always asked to be called growing up, Little Justine. So, LJ, I've got to ask, how does it feel to be nurtured by the best in the business and still be such a letdown?
You know, you were the best in the business, Aunt Justine.
I'm sure you didn't make the trip here to tell me what I already know.
But isn't that what you said you want? For someone to give you your due? See, after the initial shock of seeing you at Elimination Chamber, I've had some more time to think. And you're right. You were never given proper credit for what you did and what you accomplished.
So you did join me to make my own point.
What's that you said on SmackDown? About having to survive a world 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal? In the moment, I think I would have said you were making excuses. But now I know you're exactly right. You did work harder to get less. You should have been the main event week after week when you were in WWE. Sure, they threw praise on your name after you retired when management decided they needed to add another woman to the Hall of Fame. Or now when they want to get a Legends ratings bump. Fans buy into that nostalgia but forget what it was really like for you. How they treated you when you were on the roster.
What do you know about it? You don't understand.
But that's just it. I do understand. You've been teaching me since my first day in WWE. And you know what I finally really get? Everything that you've complained about, that you're mad at, for all that you blame management or other things beyond your control. It's always been me who's been your real target. Because I'll never know the limitations that you did. I will get to push myself in ways you never could, have opportunities that you never would have been given, and see how far I can really go. And you?
Justine, you're a legend. The best of her time. Maybe could have been the best of all time if you had a level playing field. But the fact that you'll never know when I will, that's what you'll never forgive me for. And that's what's going to allow me to replace your legacy with my own.
You ungrateful piece
You're a
of...
selfish, self-centered, only thinks for herself.
Because I'm the only one I could ever count on.
Looks like we have something in common then, because I certainly couldn't count on you.
You don't deserve your talent. It should have been me.
But it's not you, Justine. It's not you.
It'll be me at WrestleMania. I've still got it.
Sure, you've got what's left. Enjoy it while it lasts. But me? I'm just getting started.
Seen a lot of people go out on the grandest stage of them all, but this feels different.
Who are you rooting for, Tom?
Ah, LJ, don't ask me that. You know I love you both. I just want the two of you to sort this out.
I don't know if that's possible. Justine gets bent out of shape about everything. You saw how she reacted when I dredged up her past and all the things that bother her.
Nobody's perfect, LJ. Least of all your aunt. But she's a good person. Even when she was trying to get you to turn against your tag team partner, yes, people talk around here, she thought she was looking out for you.
Well, now she's just looking out for herself.
That may be. I'm just wondering if that's always going to be the case. I mean, I know you don't need her. Even from your debut, you were confident and strong, wearing your own gear, rocking your own moves. But seeing you someday both move past this and work together, that would be something both the friend and the fan of me would like to see.
We'll see, Tom. We'll see.
You planning on stealing my title tonight?
Your title? Excuse me? Is the SmackDown Women's Championship yours?
Calm down, kid. I'm not talking about a championship. I'm talking about my honorific title, Mr. WrestleMania.
Wouldn't it be... You know what? Never mind. If you mean do I plan to have the match of the night, then yes. Justine won't know what hit her.
That's what I like to hear. And you should obviously always be focused on winning your match, especially tonight with everything that's on the line for you. But don't forget to have fun out there, too.
I'll try. I'm not sure my aunt's betrayal has been particularly fun for me, though.
I don't know, kid. Sometimes fun means beating the daylight out of a once trusted friend or family member. WWE superstars. We are just built different.
Thanks. I think.
WrestleMania. Can you believe it?
Would it come off as entitled if I said that I can? I mean, I'm here, and it's happening.
Aw, LJ. Regardless of what you do, you'll always come off as entitled to me.
Ava!
Just kidding. But seriously, kick her ass out there. After everything she's put you through, you deserve it. Good luck.
Thanks, Ava.
What is this superstar gonna do now?
Take a nap, Byron.
Triangle, the triangle's in. Tap out.
Would you have thought it possible with the way this superstar debuted that she'd be standing tall with the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania?
I'd have called it possible, but unlikely, Cole.
What a match! And there's no question whose moment this is.
Whatever and whoever may have defined this superstar in the past, she's now cemented her own legacy within WWE.
We could be seeing this image at WrestleMania for years to come.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm not sure.
Can Justine be trusted here?
I don't believe it.
It seems that even Justine's small heart grew 3 sizes today.
If these two can get over the differences after the rivalry they've had, then anyone can do it.
Look out!
What the hell? The new champion was just ambushed from behind!
It may be the end of this rivalry, but this champion's story in WWE is just getting started.
Here's your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, the